Okay, so the next movie I'm gonna be reviewing in my Argento-athon is 1985, yeah, 1985 movie, 1985 movie Phenomena, also known as Creepers in the UK, which I have that version, which I put in the disc and it looked like crap. But this movie is really hard to find. Uh, it took me forever just to find a good quality version of this. And for a good price. I believe this one was like almost $30, I believe. And it's by Anchor Bay. This is the Anchor Bay release. Uh, and here's the alternate. I think it's just the original poster for it. Like that. Uh, this movie is my second favorite Argento movie. Mainly the movies that deal with the supernatural are my favorite in it, or my favorite by him besides Opera. But this one stars a young Jennifer Connelly, and it's about this young girl who goes to this boarding school in Germany, and uh, because her father's an actor, and he's making a movie, so he sends her to this boarding school, and when she's there, she's kind of weird and stuff, so she gets made fun of by the other girls, and she starts having these weird dreams, and there's a serial killer running around on the campus killing these young girls. And but she escapes one, or she leaves the school for one night, and then she's pursued by the killer, but she escapes, and then she finds this house where this scientist lives, who I guess we call him entomologist. He studies insects. And he's played by Donald Pleasance, and he's a really nice guy, and they become friends. And she finds out that she has the power to control insects, and she can make them do whatever she wants. And I know that sounds stupid, but it works pretty well in the movie. So she uses these bugs to like solve the murders and to find who the killer is. Um, Out of Argento's later film, like I said, Opera is considered his last great film, but yeah, this one is pretty high up there on the list of like people's favorite Argento film. I think it's pretty long. I think it's almost 2 hours long, and but it works. It don't feel slow paced or anything like that. It's mainly memorable for its soundtrack that has Iron Maiden and Motorhead on it, which you always hear "Flash of the Blade" by Iron Maiden, and that's how I became obsessed with the song because they played it in the movies so much. But yeah, it has some great scenes in it. There's the opening scene where this girl gets off of a bus and she gets left behind, and she's walking around. I think, yeah, it's Germany, and Germany looks freaking amazing. I want to go there one day. It's like beautiful. It's like mountains, like mountainous and rural, and but she goes up to this waterfall, which I didn't know this was one of Dario Argento's daughters, not Asia, but one of his other daughters. She's up in this waterfall, and she gets pursued by a killer, and the killer stabs her and like bashes her head through a window, and you see her head like go back into the waterfall. And that's the opening scene, and then I was like, damn, that's pretty brutal. Uh, there's another scene where a girl gets pursued by a killer. It's like a dream sequence. I didn't know if that was a dream sequence or not, but she gets pursued by a killer and she gets killed. Um, there's one of the scenes near the ending where she finds out, Jennifer Connelly's character finds out who the killer is, she finds this decrepit house earlier in the movie, and there's like a hole, you know, in the basement. But later on, she goes down when she's fighting the killer. Later on, she goes down into the basement and she falls into this pit, a maggot pit. It was like watery pit with maggots in it. It looked so freaking nasty. I was like, oh my god. Um, then there's a scene near the end of the movie. I know I'm spoiling it, but this movie's been out forever. Um, Donald Pleasance has I think it's a chimp. He has a chimp. He trained it to like, cause he's in a wheelchair. So he trained it to like, you know, like a service animal to like, you know, help him carry, you know, get him stuff and all that. Well, he dies earlier. Donald Pleasance gets killed earlier in the film, and the chimp, you know, has to goes to the shock of it. But later on in the movie, when Jennifer Connelly's fighting the killer, the chimp, you know, cuts the killer's neck with a freaking scalpel, cuts her fucking neck open. And you're like, oh my god. Like, the ending was just so weird. Like, with the chimp, like, that's how it ends, like, the chimp killing the lady. I was like, what? But yeah, it was still pretty cool ending. I'm trying to remember other scenes. There's some scenes. Oh no. Let me go back. Yeah, when I said like she was getting chased by the killer and she went to Pleasant's house, I forgot. She leaves the house, or the school, I mean, and she meets up with these German guys, like these young German guys, and she don't want to have sex with them, so they throw her out the car when it's moving, and then she gets injured, and then she comes across the house. Sorry about that, I just remember that. But there's some like I said, there's some like good scenes in there, some weird scenes in it. Uh, there's some scenes where they're doing a test on her to see if she like what her abilities are. You know, what is on here? What's the stickers covering it? Uh, but yeah, it's a pretty good movie. I mean, the effects look pretty bad nowadays for like when she conjures up the insects to do her bidding. It's kind of like, you know, animated, like cartoon animation. I mean, the effects are not that good looking, but I mean, it still holds up pretty well. Um, yeah, I highly recommend this one. Especially, I love Donald Pleasance. He's one of my favorite actors, and he was really great in this. And I was like surprised that he was in this movie. You know, because most times I don't read reviews or watch trailers for movies now. You know, because they spoil it. But yeah, it's a good movie. Anyways, so that's my review.